3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. Okay, to the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Again, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Okay. Hands in your waist, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center cross. Hold your kneecaps. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Reverse. Switch hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Rotating down. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Center. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. And switch. Switch. And switch. Okay, center. Okay, you can stretch inner thighs or work the legs. Okay, do the best you can. Don't overdo it. Okay, we'll shake it out. Okay, deep breathing. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands to your waist. Shoulder roll. reverse. And sign. Okay, press, release, exhale, inhale. And stop. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Wrists, elbows and knees. Reverse. And center. Palms down. Bigger circle. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Hands in your waist. Shift side to side. Okay, center. Now lift the knee. legs, leg swing. Switch. Okay, center, side to side, opposite. Okay, switch. Go. And center. Okay, shake it off. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands like this. Silk grilling. Step out. Switch. Okay, center, cross. open and close. Switch. Okay, center, shoulder width, feet parallel, preparation, and circular movements. Okay, lower hook. Shoulder height. down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, diagonal flying. Step out. Okay, switch. Okay, Sonic Cloud hands. Okay, palms down. Lift up. Carry tiger to the mountain. this. Okay, next. Palms together. Strum the lute. And center, turn, draw the bow. Okay, fan through the back. Okay, center, raise the hand. Okay, palms down. Deep breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, we'll go through short form, but relax for a second. Eddie, you want to work with Chris on some of the fundamentals? This camera is off, so I just want to turn that on. I was supposed to turn it on. Should be on. There it goes. What's that? Blinking light. Okay, it's on green. It should turn red if it's green. Okay. Well, anyways, we'll go through the form. I think last Saturday we did a bit of the pieces of the form, so I thought might have been helpful. All right, we'll go through from beginning. We'll wait for. Actually, we can, if everyone's vaccinated, we actually don't have to wear masks. But Chris came in, so we don't know if he's vaccinated. So, anyways, okay, preparation. Turn the corner, separate the hands, step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Step up and raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. Toe heel pivot. Brush knee and push 4 times. Strum the lute. Close the door. Form the fist. And punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms. Leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Neutral position. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Hold the ball, step up, diagonal flying, sit back, insert the needle, step up, fan through the back, stroke down, parry and punch, step up, form the fists, and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Bring the hands down, turn, carry tiger to the mountain. Cross hands, left hand to the outside, raise the left hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings. Left side grasp the sparrow's tail. Left side single whip. Hold and reverse the ball. Neutral position, part the horse's mane. Step up, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Cross corner, Jade Lady work shuttle. Cross corner, Jade Lady work shuttle. Hook your wrist, turn to the front. One set of cloud hands. Hold the ball, reverse the ball. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, good. So anybody, any questions? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, where's the thumb go? Yeah. What happened to your thumb? Okay, so you kind of ripped the nail. So that's why the thumb, when you form the fist, okay, actually, when you roll your fingers down, see Arthur, good luck. The thumb in the Hungar, in the Kung Fu, this first knuckle of the thumb crosses the middle section of your index finger, so it looks like that, right? So a typical fist is like this. Some people roll their thumb way over, but that kind of tightens the fist. So if you want the fist to be fairly light, then it kind of just touches your index finger and it just folds like this. So this is not good because you'll rip your fingernail. You get caught and you jam up your finger. So it's usually tucked. And you don't put it inside because if you were to hit, you would injure that knuckle. So it's just like that. Now in Tai Chi we form the fist, but it's light, so the hands just drapes like that. So you can almost leave a hollow in your fist. Now you wouldn't hit anything with the hollow. It's just, one of the reasons is that when you form a fist, the tendency is to clench it. And when you clench your fist, the tendency is to tighten your arm, unless you have good control. So when you're forming a fist, ultimately, the upper arm should be relaxed, because sometimes when you clench your fist, your biceps will contract too. So, these muscles actually do, fold and unfold during a punch. But when you're forming a fist and you just clench your arm, you could stand here and not move and everything can tense. That's just isometric contraction, and you just kind of get, kind of rigid. But because we're moving, we're still working the muscles. So a lot of times people say, how do you get a workout when you're moving slowly? Even though you're moving slow, your musculature is still active. It's not intense. That's why we don't get sore and don't get exhausted doing these gentle movements. When you're doing something much more physical, then the muscles get a bigger workout. It's more demanding, but a lot of other things happen. More demand means more oxygen. More demand means more energy. More demand means your body's working harder. So that causes inflammation. And some of that inflammation is not just because it's part of recovery too. Inflammation is, some of it is good, some of it is bad. Excessive is not good. But when there's inflammation, slight inflammation, then your body will go to heal it and recover, and then you rebuild. So a lot of people, athletes, they want to build muscle, they want to build endurance, so your body adapts. for us, we're not really looking for that kind of a workout because the demand is not so strenuous. And so someone that has a heart problem or so forth, you wouldn't want to be doing something that's strenuous. So for us, it's really about circulation, coordination, breathing, improving proprioception, improving balance, all of that stuff. But the thing is, you're also exercising your mind, your brain. Because when you learn new movements, whether you think it's new or not, it's the same movement, but the newness to the movement is that it's evolving into sort of a new way or a new amount of strength that you're using. That's what you're regulating. So one of the concepts is use your mind and not strength. So, or use your will and not strength. Strength means the excessive strength. Not that you don't use any strength. You have to use some strength, but how much is the right amount? That's something over time that you regulate and determine. Now, if you're using this as a martial art, obviously you have to need some strength and force and speed to produce power at the fists or at the fingers or the palms. But that's really when you apply the technique, and that's another call. There's another judgment call there. So it's really, relative to what you're doing. So, but this, yeah. Cloud hands, yeah.
When you check that, I don't know what the function of that is. I mean, when you turn and you move your foot, but then you go back and do it.
Yeah, so pivoting really is directional. It takes you in direction. Like if you notice, if I'm standing like this and I have both feet in a 45-degree corner and my weight is essentially or close to 50-50, it could be 50-50, and then when I move like this, it's not 50-50. If I move like that, it's not. So you move to shift, but I don't have an option when my feet are both like this. I can't even move forward, and I can't go to the corners. So if I want to go that way, I have to shift, and then I have to turn this foot. Now my feet are heading in that direction. Now when I go this way, it takes me back in the direction. I have to go to the ball of this foot, and then I step out. And then I move like this, and I head toward this direction again, and then I move to here. Now checking the weight is actually shifting your weight and allowing your musculature in the lower half of your body to be pliable and flexible in your motion. And what happens when you're doing that checking is that your muscle, typically if you did a squat, the muscles just kind of fold or bend, and then you go down and then you lift, and there's some adjustments in there. But when you're doing this, the musculature is actually twisting and turning, which is different from just folding and unfolding. So when your muscles work like that, they're much more pliable and adaptable, and you can use your strength and regulate the amount of strength you're using during the twist and during the fold. So, if you're using, say, if you're pushing into something, like if you're using a saw, you would just push in and pull back, and the sawing motion is like cutting, like if you're cutting a piece of bread. So it's just forward and back. But if you add a twist to it, like you're using a screwdriver, you have to regulate the strength and the timing and the direction of force. That's different. That's more functional strength. So the functional strength is different from what is actually strength. So functional strength is something that's learned over time and becomes a skill. Like the golfers or the tennis players or the basketball players, you learn to use your strength a certain way. You have to, turn and check. So when you move, we don't pay attention to how we go over there typically, but when we're doing Tai Chi, we're moving like this, right? So this is how we go into a new direction. Your feet are like a steering. They're like your tires. You turn, I'm like this, I'm going to turn this way, I'm going to turn this way, I'm going to turn this way. So essentially you're doing that. I'm turning this way. I'm turning this way. And at the same time, you're shifting your weight, adjusting your upper body. So there's an integration, and you're developing that coordination, but controlling your center of mass, your direction of movement, and and the geometry of position, which becomes part of how you use your body efficiently, because you're using your joints the way they're kind of designed to be moving. So that's more of a natural motion. Our goal is actually to approach naturalness of motion. So you go through this, type of practice in order to get your body accustomed to doing that. And because we're creatures of habit, if you don't do something a certain way over time, it can't discover the difference. We don't really know the difference. And then over time, you start to refine, and then refining is fine-tuning everything. If I go like this, and I go like this, then there's a drawing and a turning. Whether you're pulling like this, or pushing like this, or driving, or turning like this, it's refined in a direction, right? So, cloud hands, when we're turning in this direction, what's the refinement in direction? Your hands, which edge of your hand is creating the directional force? What becomes part of the downward side? What comes here? What's the up and down side? So the surfaces of your appendage that comes into play, because that's your contact surface. So if you were using it to block, you would do this. If you're using it to grab, you would do this. And then your hands have to clench. So depending on what you're doing in the motion, it becomes. So this is a pull down. And downward is approaching center. This is a lateral movement to the left, and then it turns this way. Now if I turn this way and I turn to this, that becomes closing the door. So all we're doing is getting into positions that our body's familiar with, and then you form the fist. Now I'm over here. That cloud hands doesn't go there, but you can go there because that's a transition that's been learned in the body, and then your body starts to assimilate positions and start to mix and match spontaneously what should happen, because there's a new sort of scenario. So that's what we're doing. We're building all these things up in here at the same time the body's picking up on it. So there's nothing like this that trains you like this, Mm-hmm.
Is it my waist and my hip that I want to turn, or ideally would it be more my waist?
So more your waist. Yeah. So as a control factor, you start to, while we're doing these fundamental drills, as a control factor, you start to control each limb, then you start to combine the limbs, then you combine you can stand here and turn the shoulders, and turn the shoulders, and turn the shoulders. Now, here's something that you may not be aware of, but it's another stage of development. If I turn my body like this, and I turn my hip the opposite way, and then turn this way, and turn it the opposite way, you're essentially winding your upper and lower body like this. Now you're like this. We're doing a lot of stuff like this. Now you're like this, because movements are dimensional. Movements are in space, and your body, to counteract motion, it becomes right and left. Now each part can move separately and independently. That counteracting movement happens here, but it also happens when you ski, right? You have a counteracting movement because when you kind of plant your pole and you jump, and then you go, and then you're moving. You're actually doing this, So you're doing that that's a functional thing, because you have to counterbalance the weight and the twist. So you use that twist to launch off certain movements. See, so the waist is actually in everything. Some of these ideas, some of the teachers in the old days kept it as a secret. They wouldn't tell you turn your waist. my teacher used to say, and this was in the 70s and 80s, he said, you're lucky if the teacher told you that you're supposed to turn your waist. So everybody would end up kind of just moving their arms. But the thing is, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the vertical spine, yeah. So one of the principles is that, in the erect position, your spine should be erect and the tailbone should be plumb. So plumb means that it's just hanging down. So when you're turning to here, now this is what this is. So the muscles are working to maintain this, right? So you get the hip rotation and the body's adjusting with the arms, keeping the spine in the heel of the back foot. See, so the spine will be plumb into that position. Now when I shift this way, it's still here until I get to here. This ends up over this foot, and then when I step out, it moves back a little, and then it transitions into your middle. See, so the spine position should be always vertical and plumb in those type of movements. If you're in the brush knee position, and we turn like this, and then we turn like this, your spine should still be here until you turn. Now it's still there until you push off. You see. So, why are positions important? Positions are important because part of proprioception is that your joints have sensors, and that's how it develops the understanding of muscle memory as position. If it didn't have sensors, it wouldn't have feedback. If it didn't have feedback, you would never know what's going on. So because you're feeding back this information, over time it starts to become more intelligent. So that is really what's happening in the body. So that's why as you progress, and to prevent of age-related degeneration is that you could be probably in your 70s and 80s if you practice this type of information and be better than a younger person at 40, because a person at 40 or even at any age, because your system has sort of morphed into another system because it's much more astute than a system that hasn't been trained. So that's body training. Now can a super athlete do this? They probably not, because a super athlete is specific to their sport. It doesn't mean that they understand this. So someone coming in that's maybe been a bodybuilder all their life, come in to do Tai Chi, they probably would get cramps and so forth going into some of these positions. They couldn't hold them because they're using their musculature differently, and they wouldn't be able to assimilate it. So anyways, that's theory. So that I think that helps you to understand what. Yeah. So when you're here and you turn, you 1, 2. So here already, this. If you look at my front hand and then you look at my fist, when I form the fist, I'm here. So you see, this is moving as a function of this. You see that? If I'm in a neutral position, I form the fist and I turn. That turning becomes the drawing of the fist. This would be a physical movement. Like when we do the warm-ups, we're doing this. But in the warm-ups, we're doing this, but there is still a response to the legs and the arms, and your body becomes reactive to the action. Now when you're here, you're not going like that. What you're doing is this. And then when you come forward with the turn, that's the mechanism to create force and direction. Your hips will turn with it, and then when you sink, it turns and extends in the leg. So the power comes from the leg. This becomes the direction of your movement, and the focus point would be here. Now when you do this, when this comes out, the front hand folds. So when it folds, it goes back to the 45 neutral, whereas out here, it could be a little bit longer, and then here, it starts to fold and gets closer. So this gets closer to the elbow, which is more where strum the loot is, right? It goes here. Oh, see your thumb? So you fold it here. Yeah, like this. Yeah. So here, your nose, your fist, and your knee should be one line.
Okay, so this,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So if you're here,
So it's not straight.
no, because you turn your waist too. So because you're turning, it forms a triangle, right? So there's your triangle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I'm here, so just hold that position. And if you put effort here in this straight line and I push, you're going to feel like it's weak. Like, right now if you do it here, you feel
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it's a big difference in,
Whoa.
yeah. Who knew? That's what skeletal structure does. You know, when you stand in a vertical position, you stack your skeleton. That's the most efficient position because it uses the least amount of strength. Now, if you lean a little bit off, your back starts to tense, your feet start to grip, and you feel like you're falling over. But the compensation for falling over is resistance. Your body becomes stiff. And then if you were to actually fall, your panic mode stiffens you, so then you crash. But if you're about to fall and you drop your knees and you relax, then you would not fall. But that's, so you can see that the geometry of position is what ultimately becomes part of the, you know, the innate movement. It becomes part of your natural movement, your natural body form, and it's something that happens over time. So you become pretty efficient in movement. So on a functionality side, it helps with everything you do, you know, on a daily basis. Your reaction time is better. You can probably get more things done if you were still pretty active in a given day without getting exhausted like you typically would. Anyway, so we'll move on. This is we'll go through the long form. I'll get over here. Okay. Okay, ready? Preparation. Third brush knee. And fourth brush knee. Strum the lute. Sit back. Close the door. Form the fists. And punch. Carry tiger to the mountain. Brush knee and push. Turn. Brush knee and push. Sit back, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Oblique single whip. Turn. Fist under elbow. And we're facing the mirror here. Repulse the monkey. Repulse the monkey. Repulse the monkey. Carry tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball. Shift. Step up. Press forward. Raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. Turn. Brush knee and push. Insert the needle. Step up. Fan to the back. Turn. Stroke down. Parry and punch. Step up. Step backwards, retreat, divert, block, and punch. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists, the single whip. Okay, cloud hands, hold the ball. Begin. Pivot. Okay, we'll go on to the kicks. High pat the horse. Flip the hands over. Toe kick. Cross. High pat the horse. Flip the hands over. Step up. Kick. Put it down or reverse the stance. Left heel kick. Brush knee, right side push. Second brush knee, left side push. Forward, twist step, planting punch. Turn. Parry and punch. Step up. Same as the first time. High pat the horse. Flip the hands. Face the corner. Open. Cross behind. Open the stance. Find your 45-degree corner. Beat the tiger. Drop your elbows. Stroke down. Turn 180 degrees to the rear corner. Turn back to the mirror, lower hoop, cross the arms, level the shoulders, heel kick right, 2 punches to the ear. Cross the arms, flip it over, hold the elbows, parting leg, turn, flip the hands, fold, stroke down, invert the hand, parry and punch. Form the fists, step up and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Palms down, carry tiger to the mountain. Cross the arms, oblique brush knee, and push. 180-degree turn, second oblique brush knee, and left side push. Okay, right side grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists after grasp the sparrow's tail and turn back to the front. Hold and reverse the ball to diagonal flying. Okay, now we're going to sit back, pot the horse's mane 5 times. 1, 2, toe out, step up, switch hands, left side, stroke down, pot the horse's mane. Now we're going to cross, step up, stroke down, hold the ball. Last one, stroke down, hold the ball, pot the horse's mane. Now we're going to the corner, left side. Jade Lady work shuttle. Then we're going to sit back, pivot on the heel, pivot on the heel again. Then we're going to step and step. Now once we're in the corner, Jade Lady work shuttle. And we have a pot the horse's mane in this corner. You notice pot the horse's mane takes you into the Jade Lady work shuttle. So they kind of go hand in hand. Then we're going to sit back, pivot again, left pivot, right pivot, left crosses over, right step steps up. So your right foot is forward, forward, sit back, and forward. Grasp the sparrow's tail, the single whip. We turn back to the front. Second set of cloud hands. Okay, now we're going to pivot. Now this is the first downward posture. So we're here. Ready? 1, snake 6 out tongue. Invert the hand on your center line. Flip it over. Draw toward your back leg. Come back up. Cross the arms. Lift the right knee. Press down. Thrust and kick. Lift the left knee. That's golden cockroach stance on one leg, and we're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we carry tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball, shift, step up, press forward, shift, step up, raise the hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, toe heel pivot, brush knee, insert needle. left hand to the back. Turn, stroke down, parry and punch. This time we step forward, form the fist and turn, punch, divert, block, and punch. Step up again to grasp the sparrow's tail. And we're at single whip again. Third set of cloud hands. Back to single whip. Okay, now we set up for palm strikes face. Turn, twist your shoulders, and we're here. Turn, single lotus kick. Okay, brush knee and push. That's your left side push. We're going to step up, punch down the crotch. Okay, step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Second and final downward posture, neutral position, cover hand, snake sticks out tongue, invert the hand, pull down, go up, cross the hands, hook your wrists, ride the tiger, left palm strikes face, turn, double lotus, draw bow to shoot tiger, and then we're here. Okay, right palm strikes face, and we turned, parry and punch. Then we go up to set up for high pat the horse, and close, grasp the sparrow's tail. So last grasp the sparrow's tail, back to single whip. And now we have the second reverse the ball. Okay, good. All right, deep breathing. So just a reminder, up front they don't want us parking there anymore, daytime or nighttime. So the parking's in back along. There used to be a fence along the field. That's all public, but that's today was all full because all the companies have their employees were parking there. Along our building there is a dumpster there. There used to be this lift thing that they were working on the roof, so that's gone. So there's some parking there. There's about 10 spaces along the building. You can probably use those spaces if there's a vacancy, or where else is there? In the evening, this space right down here between the Paul's Automotive and us, we can park there after 5, but that doesn't help us during the day. But typically, along that side, and we have a few spaces there. But if you're parking in the spaces that they allow us to park, or borrowing space from other people, then we should put that sticker in. I'll have Bonnie send it out again, or we'll print up some. Every time we print them up, people take them. Those we put into the dash. Now, if you're parking back, you can come up through the back. So there is a thermometer there for your temperature, and the Perel's there's going to be Perel in the back too. Just that the refills didn't come in with the unit, so that the refills I think will be in today. So you can use the Perel there and take your own temperature. see, this is the front of, this is Winchester Street. The back of the building, that's on our side. There's some spaces, unless the workers have taken up the spaces, there should usually some spaces there. But along the field there's not a game, there's usually some spaces there. Some days it's more than others. Then there's the big parking lot over there. The one by the tennis courts. Yeah. Anywhere that's public, that's part of the. This place right here. Look down here. See this space right here? That's okay on the weekends and the evenings after 5.
What about weekdays in the morning?
Weekdays in the mornings, they didn't give us permission to park there, but so along this there is. See, this is
You can park along the wall, but you can't park in the parking lot?
the big one there, by the tennis court.
The tennis court.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
In the morning?
Yeah, anytime.
Anytime?
That's
Oh, okay.
that's all city property.
Okay.
Actually, this we don't know. That's a street actually. That's
Right.
that's all the city.
You always need the sticker?
Only if you're parking here or along the wall. You see where those cars are now? That's public on that side. On this side, it's this buildings, but he's only got about 10 spaces. But it's there, and then across the street there's the street there, but usually around here they'll be okay.
They're inside.
Out in front? No. That's the malls. Yeah, he'll tow. Yeah. Yeah, like this, loose. Like leave a hollow, because we're not hitting anything, so we can just. You go through the motions of clenching the fist, so you're still utilize. But when you clench your fist really tight, and then you're overworking your hand. Yeah.
The double lotus kick.
Yeah. Jew draw bow to shoot tiger. So that's the.
That is, seems to be working.
Yeah. So this can go like this, and go. Oh, relax your shoulders and like that. So that's on your center line, and then you turn your fist toward the front, so your your arm actually takes on this shape.
So do they have an invisible stick or something?
This invisible stick is this line. As if you're holding a stick here and it's going through here.
Oh, I should practice that.
Yeah, so invert your shoulders. So your shoulders have to be fairly relaxed. It twists. If you go like this, put your hands back to back and fold your elbows a little. That's that position. If you bring your hands to here and you drop your elbows, that's your back fist. So if you look at your hand, that's what your skeletal has to go through to do that. So that's why when you program these movements in your body, it has to recognize what is going through in order for that to happen. So if you're never really going through that, your body would never know it. So for someone that doesn't practice this, that direction of movement is not going to be something that you're capable of. So when you do that, you have to turn your shoulder to the square, and then you come. A little bit of hip and a little bit of back, and see the more that moves, the less intensity of any other parts. So you have to kind of blend it so that it has a gentleness to it. So this hand actually has to do this. So then your arm actually moves. Because if you held this stable, then it would be limited. So you have to kind of, so the stroke down, the fold, and the downward movement become blended together, and you direct it. So one of the ideas is the mind is the director. The mind tells your body everything it needs to do. But the saying goes, your body doesn't always listen. Doesn't cooperate. So then you got to keep telling it. So you know, your body is just like you know, telling your kids what to do when they're little. They don't listen until they know. Okay, ready? All right, let's bow, and we can see where we are. Oh, Eddie's out there. He probably in. Oh. So we're missing Bob because he went down to Nantucket or Block Island, and Nan's going to. Actually, Nan's going to be doing hip surgery in a little while. So that's why we're missing a few people today. All right, we're going to bow. Ready?